50 years have passed. Lhasa has changed dramatically in that time. This was once a bridge over a river, but the river gradually dried up, exposing the tunnels under the bridge. It's hard to imagine today that 50 years ago, the tunnels were filled with people. At the time of Tibet's peaceful liberation, there were many vagrants who sheltered inside those tunnels. They lived in conditions even worse than those of the tent dwellers on Lhasa's streets. Among them were Ngawang Tsering and his parents, who had been forced to flee because of their heavy debts.
几代人都还不清楚他的债，高利贷这个利滚利啊，血滚血液这个滚利化越来越，本来的本期的只有那么几克的粮食，最后上百上千克了粮食，这个谁能还得起？
According to official statistics in 1951, Lhasa had a population of 20,000. The number of beggars exceeded 1,000. The lifestyle for Tibet's nobles was entirely different. They lived in luxury. Members of the lower classes would refer to them as people with fragrant tea always in their mouths. To the nobles, the Nangsan were nothing more than talking livestock. It was natural, therefore, that they should live with the livestock. These pictures show the Dalai Lama's brother playing with a toy car manufactured in Britain in the 1940s. Other children of his same age had to beg for their food and fight the dogs off for scraps to eat. The same age, contrasting living conditions, it was all the result of differences in social rank. Basang is nearly 70 years old. She's never forgotten the horrors of her childhood. As a Nangsan, she was sent at the age of 7 to tend the serf owner's mother. She would sleep on the filthy floor beneath the old woman's bed. The old woman was in a habit of drinking tea regularly during the night and urinating, so little Basang had to keep on pouring tea and emptying the chamber pot. She could only dream of having a proper night's sleep.
When 长身体的时候，严重睡眠不足，就不分白天黑夜的干活。
The PLA soldiers, when they first entered Tibet and witnessed the deplorable situation, were greatly moved. Their leaders urged the Tibetan nobility to introduce reforms, but they met strong resistance. To prevent any possibility of reform, a petition in the name of the People's Conference was organized outside the Potala Palace, opposing the proposals, and the Tibetan army even turned their guns on the offices of the central government representatives. The ice, formed by thousands of years on the Tibetan plateau, cannot be melted in a single day. Saying this, Mao Zedong indicated that he understood it would take time to change the situation in Tibet. He ordered the PLA not to hurry and instead try to melt the ice at the Potala Palace by acting with the utmost integrity. So, the soldiers of the People's Liberation Army settled in Tibet. They cultivated wasteland to support themselves, and then launched several social and economic construction projects. A painting presented by the 14th Dalai Lama to Mao Zedong described the successes achieved by the PLA. A message, written on the painting, reads, "Dear Chairman Mao, we will follow you forever in building a new Tibet and our great motherland." Although a modernizing breeze was blowing across the ancient Tibetan plateau, it was still too soon for the whole region to be revitalized. Wu Zhenchun, who was working as an obstetrician at the time, recalls one memorable experience.
叫出诊去了，一到那儿，喇嘛在那儿念经呢。念经呢，他是一个小孩已经生出来了，他是一个胎盘滞留。胎盘滞留，我们消毒的情况下，给他胎盘剥离下来，收缩子宫止血就可以救这个人的命。但他们就听那个喇嘛念经，就不让动。
Obstetrician Wu Zhenchun tried everything she could think of to persuade the woman's family, but the Lama complained that she was undermining the power of his chanting. So Wu Zhenchun could do nothing, and the woman died.
你见死，你还不能救，我想救，我不能救，我觉得这真难受。哎呀，使劲哭。我们那个院长直安慰我，他说：“那你这里的情况就是这样子呀，要求你在人家不允许的情况下，你不能抢。我绝对能把他救活，但是没有这个办法。”
At the People's Hospital of the Tibet Autonomous Region, Yershe Yangsong, director of the Pediatrics Department, is doing her rounds of the wards. The department has an intensive care unit equipped with the latest facilities, where the lives of many premature babies